Hello to all you comic book readers out there, my Frontline here, and welcome everybody to my comic review. In this review, I'll be reviewing a Valiant comic book, and that is X-O Manowar, issue number 11. In the last issue, we found out something about the three new people who I thought were going to appear in the further on X-O Manowar issues of Ron and the other people, and they actually do make an appearance. But before we get into that, let's get into Arak's point of view. It starts off at Planet Gurin at the Cadmian territories, where he's having a talk with his armor, like saying that he's trying to fix everything. And I do have to say though, the artwork is really amazing, phenomenal artwork. I really love that. So he's just saying, that it's too late in working to prevent anything from happening because he feels they lost an entire Cadmian city. And he used to talk about how he used to rule over his Visigoths, but they've been, but they numbered in the hundreds and all that. And being the emperor of an entire planet might go beyond his abilities and whatnot. So he's having second thoughts of that. So he talks with Ironside, and Ironside tells Arak that there are three nations that are in utter turmoil, and that there are things that are coming ahead and stuff like that. So when Arak sees a ship that goes by, he sees someone that comes out and introduces a friend here, Basil. Now Basil looks almost like Jinjar from the other universe who worked with Livewire, if those of you who have remembered that. So they talk about how they control only the head, and they've come to have a bounty on Arak, and they have some hostages that he may know, like Bruto, who is in chains and stuff like that. And when they mentioned Scone, he didn't really take that too well. So in come the characters who we saw from last issue that are after him as well. And they do try to capture him in this energy shield. And the only way that he could get out is if he gets rid of the suit, because it's all organic. So since he wants to escape and surrender, he'll have to get rid of the suit. So he does that, and he's like saying, if you're truly warriors, then you won't need any weapons to go against me. And they mention that we're not warriors, we're bounty hunters. And they don't want to kill him yet until they get paid. So Wynn has a talk with Ironside of betraying him because he wants to dethrone Arak, because it's the only way that would unite all the tribes and stuff like that. And there's a long talk between those, so if you want to read that, definitely read the book to find out. Then Scone has a talk with Bruto, and Bruto tells her that he hired the hunters, or the bounty hunters actually, to remove Arak from power for all that. And he doesn't want to control the hunters, he just hired them to do their job and all that stuff. So Scone's like saying, you're a liar, if anything happens to him, I'll make sure you never leave the cell. And saying that they're sure he's fine. He is fine, but has a talk with Basil, who was watching guard of him if anything should happen. And like he's saying, I speak the truth, you can trust me, and those hunters who have hurt you, and all that stuff, like, you have my word, you will have, like, we'll have our vengeance against them, but he's gonna need its help and the armor. However though, high over the Azure Palace, the armor, well, let's just say that the three of them are gonna be keeping the armor behind the protective shield. And that is to be continued into the next issue. So how Arak is going to get that, and with Basil, we'll have to find out in the upcoming issues. Here is a preview cover of X-O Manowar issue number 12, on sale in February, which is just around the corner in Rebellion. And it also has the sneak preview of Bloodshot Salvation, issue number 6, which I have been reading actually, and it's been a really great series nonetheless. And you have some stuff as well as coming from Valiant in February. If you're familiar with any of these titles, you'll pick up. And in March, we have a new Shadow Man that'll be coming out as well. So just thought I'd throw it as an advertisement. But going into this issue of X-O Manowar issue number 11, this issue was like really amazing. Are you going to go in? Thank you. We can go in for a second. So rating I give for this issue, I would say it gets between at least a 4 to 4.5 out of 5. The story was great, as well as the artwork, which is always phenomenal. I knew that the villains that we were going to get from the last issue were going to do something to Arak in this issue, because they were going after him. But really huge twist, though, that he had to get rid of the armor just to get out of the protective shield, and now he has to find a way to get it back. The way how he's going to get it back, that's the question. And people betraying him left and right. Arak's got a lot on his plate, but we'll find out as the issues continue in this as well. But I would highly recommend you guys definitely pick this up if you've been reading all along. If not, then you won't, but it's up to you guys. Also, if you want to get a little bit of a backstory about the villains, then you have to check out the last issue or my review of the last issue that I did on this channel. With that, everybody, that's my comic review of X-O Manowar issue number 11. Before I go, do not forget to check out the source of ComicFun.com, ZoneForPodcast.com, and the YouTube game channel Frontline Gaming Zone. We are your number one source for comic and game-related news, reviews, and a whole bunch more. Click that subscribe button so it'll be in your subscription box, and you won't miss out on anything we upload right here on Comic Frontline Daily for you guys. And as always, please feel free to leave the comments in the comics section about this comic book. Likes, dislikes, any questions you have, or anything else, let me know in the comments section. I'll try to get back to you guys as soon as I can. And to all you comic book readers out there, my comic friend saying take care, and as always, don't forget to keep watching. Later, everybody.